What's up, y'all? It's T-Tar, and today we're looking at y'all's theories for whatever's next in Pokemon 2024. But first, y'all saw Extreme yesterday, so now y'all know Zacian, Zamazenta, Za whatever the third wolf is. So I hope y'all had a lot of fun with that. That was so dope how that battle went. Alright, so we're getting on to y'all's theories, and there's an interesting one to start, and it's concerning Nemona. Scarlet and Violet, the Nemona theory. Hey T-Tar, long-time viewer. So he's pretty much saying that the Nemona we meet in games, that there's something she's hiding from us throughout the story. And he's saying that there's certain things about Nemona that stick out if you choose to pay attention to them. So the first is, Nemona is shown to have the least stamina of the entire group. I'm gonna tell you all the facts and then I'll comment on it. Nemona is shown to have the least stamina of the entire group. Nemona complains about all the stairs at school. In Nemona's house, you got a Chansey to personally make sure people are healthy, and the housekeepers are constantly talking about and obsessing over completely eliminating all the dust and dirt. And when you go to Nemona's own dorm room, like Arvin, it's completely spotless and tidy. She's student council president and a champion rank trainer, but she's in our class and she's a first year student. But then when the treasure hunt begins at the academy, she explains it to us saying, since it's your first time, implying that it isn't hers. So she must have been in school already. So maybe for some reason Nemona had to repeat a year. And then there's Nemona wearing an arm brace to support her right arm, and he says maybe her right arm's not completely healthy. So the conclusion he's trying to get to is that Nemona is actually sick. Nemona used to be lonely due to being a particularly weak kid, probably having to have to stay home and all. And now she's lonely because she's a strong trainer. And now she is very energetic around people. Or tries to be. So that's the theory he's trying to tell, which is that Nemona has this outward personality of always pushing forward and being energetic, but on the inside, she's actually sick. And maybe this is what led her to being motivated to training Pokemon. Which is a pretty good explanation, honestly. With previous Pokemon games, I wouldn't think they would really hide layers like this in their characters. But in Scarlet and Violet, they definitely have a lot of implied meanings that they just don't tell you. It's like half the stuff they don't even explain. They want you to figure it out. And in fact, they give us mysteries for us to figure it out. Like the time machine, right? Are the Paradox Pokemon from our timeline or a different one? The game intentionally decided to not spoon feed us for that. And as I read through this, I remember all the stuff concerning Nemona in the game, like how she tends to run out of breath fast. But I'm gonna comment on this theory, right? I don't know whether I believe it or not, but I'm gonna try to be rough on it. This is interesting because I always thought of Nemona as like a Goku. So she has a human body, but her spirit is so flaming that she's always trying to keep going forward. So that's why she's always exhausted, right? But he's looking at a different way, saying maybe she was weak to start with. Okay, so Nemona is shown to have the least stamina of the group. So they're saying this because when we go to Area 0, Nemona is the one who's run out of breath quickly. So pretty much what happens is you're going down with Arvin and Penny, and when we make it to like the second gatehouse, if I remember, Nemona's like panting heavy, and Arvin's like, I thought, and Nemona says this funny response, which is that, hey, I'm just full of surprises. Phew, let's head in and take a breather. Damn, she exhausted. I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl. Hehe, I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment. It's a surprise that she's exhausted. Which really, I took that line as legit just Goku, right? Like, you know how Goku says stupid stuff like that, right? So they're saying Penny doesn't struggle, and she's a shut-in who spends 40% of her life online. And she eats cup ramen and orders delivery. That's true. So how is Nemona the one with less stamina than her? Arvin at least makes sense because this man's been trekking around Paldia hunting the Titan Pokemon. But here's the thing. In my personal opinion, the reason Nemona... By the way, I like this theory, by the way. I don't know which is true or not. But the reason Nemona is exhausted is because she's freaking running around areas that are doing too much, right? The first time we even drop down, she's already missing and fighting Pokemon. Like, she's exploring without us. So the reason she would be exhausted, even though Penny wasn't, is because she's doing too much. Wait a second. Where's the student council girl? Everyone, you have to see this. Area 0 is amazing. This is so like her. Nemona complains about all the stairs at school. I don't actually remember this. Okay, here we go. So at the very start of the game, get ready to climb the worst staircase. And then here's her and Pokemon Masters talking about how there's so many stairs too. I do think this is more so a joke. It might be something like She wants to do exciting things, not use her energy to climb boring stairs. Alright, so the Chansey in her house, yeah, she's from a rich family. It's not too far-fetched they would have a Chansey. And that the freaking housekeepers would be eliminating all the dust, because it's their job. And then Nemona's own dorm room being tidy, it's normal, right? Arvin has it too. I also noticed, despite being a princess, she has good habits. Like she offers to clean the dishes and all. So it sounds like she's tidy more so than, you know, she has to make it tidy. Now, what is interesting is how she's student council president and already beat the Pokemon League, but she's in our class. I guess maybe she's just like enrolled in extra classes or something. And yeah, it's not mentioned here, but to add to his side, there's also the lore in Area Zero when she talks about how her parents just let her do her thing. So you could imagine if her sister's taking care of the business, that's one layer to why she's allowed to do her thing. But also if she was like always sick, then her parents would probably might go easy on her. I like this for the meaning in it, right? How she started off weaker than everyone else, but she's the strongest trainer in the region, possibly the strongest trainer, including both DLCs. So if this was true, I would have liked if they hinted it a bit more on the forefront, just so we get the theme of what her character was. Anyhow, y'all let me know, right? What do you think? Is she sick, or is she just trying to do too much, and that's why she's always exhausted? Extreme's freaking premiering. This is the Extreme chat. Okay, everyone trying to guess the name. Zamto sounds good. All right, we gotta continue. I'll keep an eye on chat. Next theory. Pokemon Company's hype plan. You know what? He's onto something. Hey, T-Tar. So your last video had me thinking of Riddler Coup and his impact on Pokemon on the broader scale. What if this is a social experiment where the Pokemon Company hired someone like Coup to slowly release teasers and puzzles? Yeah, listen, this thought crossed my mind because, okay, you have to take away Coup and Poketubers and Cerebi, everything, right? The bare hype season Pokemon provided us is like, it was not good. With how much Coup knew and how somehow he never got caught, this thought passed my mind. But the issue is, Coup be saying some mad offensive stuff. You know, like socially unacceptable stuff. So if the Pokemon Company got caught hiring someone like him, you know, it would not be worth it, you know. But Pokemon, if you're watching, hit me up. I will be your social experiment. Pokemon, you don't know how well I could tease your crap for you. I know Future T-Tar don't like me. What's he saying here now? Can you let me talk? Listen, Game Freak, Pokemon, hire me. I won't make another parent diss track. All right, that should be good enough. Hell, the hype sometimes feels better because you feel some taboo for getting the information from someone hiding in the shadows. Yeah, it do feel taboo, but bro, it'll feel so good if Pokemon actually made a hype season, like an official hype season. I don't think it mattered too much about the taboo. Yo, I gotta throw that tree away. I'm so lightheaded. Like, the taboo riddle crap is fun too, but y'all, I'm telling you, there's a future where Pokemon itself is hosting this hype season, and it's got like the internet in constant flames of excitement. I just don't know how I can get them to listen to me. All right, make sure y'all shank that like button. Remember to keep enjoying y'all's holidays. Send me more of y'all's theories. Here's the email, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.